Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Confusion characterized by lack of clarity. An atmosphere in which visibility is reduced because of a cloud of some substance. Make less visible or unclear. Droplets of water vapor suspended in the air near the ground. To cause someone to lose clear vision, especially from intense light. Confusion characterized by lack of clarity. The feeling of distress and disbelief that you have when something bad happens accidentally. His mother's death left him in a daze. Overcome as with astonishment or disbelief. Confusion characterized by lack of clarity. Atmospheric moisture or dust or smoke that causes reduced visibility. Become hazy, dull, or cloudy. Harass by imposing humiliating or painful tasks, as in military institutions. An atmosphere in which visibility is reduced because of a cloud of some substance. The quality of being indistinct and without sharp outlines. An atmosphere in which visibility is reduced because of a cloud of some substance. Make dark, dim, or gloomy. An atmosphere in which visibility is reduced because of a cloud of some substance. The quality of being cloudy. Make less visible or unclear. Make less visible or unclear. Make overcast or cloudy. A group of many things in the air or on the ground. Clouds of blossoms. Place under suspicion or cast doubt upon. Make less visible or unclear. The stars are obscured by the clouds. Color with streaks or blotches of different shades. A cause of worry or gloom or trouble. The only cloud on the horizon was the possibility of descent by the French. Any collection of particles, e.g., smoke or dust, or gases that is visible. A visible mass of water or ice particles suspended at a considerable altitude. Billow up in the form of a cloud. The smoke clouded above the houses. Make gloomy or depressed. Their faces were clouded with sadness. Make less clear. The stroke clouded memories of her youth. Make milky or dull. The chemical clouded the liquid to which it was added. Out of touch with reality. His head was in the clouds. Suspicion affecting your reputation. After that mistake he was under a cloud. Make less visible or unclear. Become covered with mist. The windshield misted over. Make less visible or unclear. A thin fog with condensation near the ground. Spray finely or cover with mist. Make unclear, indistinct, or blurred. Their words obnubilate their intentions. Make less visible or unclear. Not drawing attention. An obscure flaw. Make undecipherable or imperceptible by obscuring or concealing. Not famous or acclaimed. An obscure family. Not clearly expressed or understood. An obscure turn of phrase. Make unclear, indistinct, or blurred. Make obscure or unclear. The distinction was obscured. Make less visible or unclear. The stars are obscured by the clouds. Marked by difficulty of style or expression. Those who do not appreciate Kafka's work say his style is obscure. Remote and separate physically or socially. An obscure village. Difficult to find. An obscure retreat. Reduce a vowel to a neutral one, such as a schwa. Bring disorder to. A mental state characterized by a lack of clear and orderly thought and behavior. Untidiness, especially of clothing and appearance. The quality of being cloudy. A mental state characterized by a lack of clear and orderly thought and behavior. The wetness of ground that is covered or soaked with water. The water's muddiness made it undrinkable. A feeling of embarrassment that leaves you confused. A mental state characterized by a lack of clear and orderly thought and behavior. A confusion of impressions. A mistake that results from taking one thing to be another. He changed his name in order to avoid confusion with the notorious outlaw. An act causing a disorderly combination of elements with identities lost and distinctions blended. The confusion of tongues at the Tower of Babel. Disorder resulting from a failure to behave predictably. The army retreated in confusion. A mental state characterized by a lack of clear and orderly thought and behavior. A mental state characterized by a lack of clear and orderly thought and behavior. A particular environment or surrounding influence. There was an atmosphere of excitement. The mass of air surrounding the Earth. There was great heat as the comet entered the atmosphere. The weather or climate at some place. The atmosphere was thick with fog. A distinctive but intangible quality surrounding a person or thing. An atmosphere of defeat pervaded the candidate's headquarters. A unit of pressure. The pressure that will support a column of mercury 760 mm high at sea level and 0 degrees centigrade. The envelope of gases surrounding any celestial body. The weather or climate at some place. Prevent from being seen or discovered. Hold back. Keep from being perceived by others. She conceals her anger well. Make undecipherable or imperceptible by obscuring or concealing. The dressed skin of an animal, especially a large animal. Body covering of a living animal. Prevent from being seen or discovered. Hide the money. Be or go into hiding. Keep out of sight, as for protection and safety. Cover as if with a shroud. A dispenser that holds a substance under pressure and that can release it as a fine spray, usually by means of a propellant gas. A cloud of solid or liquid particles in a gas. British informal, an airless smoky smelly atmosphere. Be greater in significance than. The tragedy overshadowed the couple's happiness. Make appear small by comparison. Cast a shadow upon. The tall tree overshadowed the house. A dense winter fog containing ice particles. A large mass of fog on the sea, as seen from a distance. A heavy thick yellow fog. A heavy thick yellow fog. A thick soup made of dried peas, usually made into a puree. A dense winter fog containing ice particles.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.